Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, it's been a while again. We're back at it again. Welcome again to Hip Hop Nation TV. So today, man, we got Trey the Glue. Yeah, so we're gonna be discussing a lot about the music industry. I've been waiting for a long time to do this. Yeah. So I'm just gonna wait for my brother. Oh, okay, seems like he's here. All right.
Hey, what's up, bro? Can you hear me?
It's been a while, man.
All right, now I can
Yeah, I
hear you.
hear
Hey,
you.
what's up, man? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What's
Uh,
good, man?
I was watching what's that show called? My Honor or Honor. I was watching this show. I was just chilling.
Yeah. How's the weekend so far?
Been networking, man. Oh,
Yeah,
just trying to stay busy. Shit, caught up on some college football earlier.
yeah.
What's up with you over there, man? How things going on over there?
Oh man, it's so good, man. Uh, just a bit busy in the morning and throughout the week and stuff. But yeah, yeah, I'm just chilling now, So yeah,
Yeah, I seen
um,
you was out at some concerts. You was going to some concerts. I seen on your Instagram.
yeah. Benny the Butcher came. It was the Back to the City festival. Um, so
Oh
it's like
shit.
one of the yeah. So Benny the Butcher was performing.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's actually like one of the biggest hip hop festivals in South Africa, or should I say in Africa, to be if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Round
that's
about
dope.
yeah. So
I
yeah,
ain't, I
yeah.
ain't,
So they
I ain't
so
know
they
that.
usually have like
Go ahead.
yeah
My
they
bad.
usually have they usually have international artists. So many of them. Like previously, it was like the Pheromonch and it was
Mm.
Wu Tang, it was the Talib Kweli's and
That makes sense though. You know what I mean?
yeah.
When you say those three names, they tap into the black culture from the bottom to the up. I mean, so
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, when you yeah.
a lot. Yeah, a lot. So yeah. So yeah, man, that's like one of the biggest hip hop festivals in Johannesburg in South Africa. So which is held like annually. It's like once
Mm.
in a year. So yeah. But yeah, man. Otherwise, bro, it's been a while, bro. I mean,
I know.
all this delaying and stuff, you know. But for
Well,
those who don't know you, then just let them know who you are, my bro.
sure. Hold on. I go by the Glue or Trey. Some people think that
Yeah,
it's the same entity or two different
yeah,
people, which is the same entity. A&R for GYDO Management. Get your dreams out there. Co-host Pick of the Week for Fresh Zone TV series on Twitch. Uh, got my own PR service. Personally promote artists, podcasts, couple
yeah,
DJs. Um, kind of branching out right now, like diving into all the podcasting. Um, actually, just got a
yeah,
one of the podcasts I personally promote. I got them signed to my label, doing some Twitch shit for 6 months. Um, so I'm just trying to like dive
yeah.
into any and everything podcast right now because the artistry I already knew. You know what I mean?
Good.
You know what I mean? How to promote an artist, how to give artists game, how to do that. Podcasting is new, so that's like what I'm doing right now or focusing on.
True. And I mean, at times there's some artists like who confuse PR management, or they can't even tell the difference within or what an artist manager is and stuff like that. What how would you describe a PR manager is
Uh,
in the role that they play?
um, well, I'm different. My catchphrase is
Yeah,
a treasure source. Meaning a
yeah,
different lot of things because I have a lot of hats. So I have management skills, I have advertisement skills, I have marketing skills, publication skills, promoting skills, people skills. So when you get PR from me, you get a little bit of all those things, from the personal
yeah,
relationships, from the personal management, putting your dreams ahead of myself. Uh, I would just say a normal PR service is just somebody or something that should be promoting your good interests, like promoting things to drive people to, buy the album or, what I mean, promoting you in a most positive light,
yeah,
nonstop. You know what I mean? That's the normal PR. But when you deal with me, you kind of get all those. You get the little bit of the management. I know how to advertise. I know how to market. When it comes to artists, artists really succeed more right now than a podcasting right now. That's why I'm trying to get more in the podcasting game. But
for sure.
PR is just somebody that's just going to promote you in a most positive light, and it has to that PR has to align to what you're doing as a craft. Um, every PR
Yeah,
ain't good for everybody, but it has to coexist with what you're already doing and make sense.
for sure, for sure, for sure. And I mean, also I'm told like you guys have usually you have challenges within like keeping up with the new information. How are you able to stay on point with that? Because like there's always something new coming in within the industry and in your line of work.
Well, that's the thing with podcasting, right? So
Mm,
podcasting is that people have their favorite. That's the next network. Like for example, say Breakfast Club, right? I'm just using that as an
yeah,
example, right? So
yeah,
if most people are watching it on YouTube or and listening to it on some type of podcast streaming, and that's how they get in their news, right? So that's how they're getting their source. That's how I get
yeah,
my source. I'm always like for instance, I just watched the Joe Buttons and Steve Stout interview
yeah,
because he dealt
yeah,
with everything that I'm dealing with podcasting. Joe Budden, shout out to Joe Budden. He's the top at his fucking field because I mean he
yeah,
grind. He willed that shit, and I was just listening to that interview just to get pieces of the games, and I found out certain things that are not occurring that I want to start, um, being on the head of the curve, you know. But it just takes your due diligence is just to go out there and look for that information because it's out there. And one thing with podcasting that it helps news get around faster. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Um,
yeah,
you can find things that are happening now. You know what I mean? That you can cultivate and help steer your career. It's a whole bunch of information out there. You just gotta shuffle through it and look for it. That's
yeah.
how I stay. You know what I mean? And plus, I got a good team behind me. Shout out to my label. I
Word,
mean, they're always hitting me with information. If I really need information, all I gotta do is ask. But for the most part, they'll just shimmy down the information that they know.
word, word. So do you see do you see social media and podcasting surpassing like the traditional media? Because I mean, with you guys as PR managers throughout all your time, you guys have also interacted with like the traditional medias, the media structure
Hmm.
in terms of television and radio. Do you see podcasting and social media surpassing that?
It already has.
yeah,
So when you so I, if I had, you know how like if I'm thinking like stages of like life, you know how, and I'm gonna use an example like kind of like we were at the Stone Age, information
yeah,
age. So
yeah,
when I'm looking at independent creators, um, I think we're
yeah,
at the stage of we want to call it like hmm, I don't know what to call the stage, but podcasting and blogging and vlogging or media
yeah,
consumption is um, in competition with just regular artists. So artists
yeah,
have to, I think today's artists have to do 4 times as much just to stay remotely connected because there's so much podcasts out there that's competing. You got so many
yeah,
vloggers out there that's competing. That's uh competing for consumption. You know what I mean? Oh, that's where we're on the stage of consumption stage where artists are competing with podcasts for
yeah,
consumption. You know, so where we're at that where people are like, "Damn, do I want to listen to that new Future album or do I want to listen to that new Joe Buttons episode?" You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it
for sure.
already surpassed it.
Yeah, true, 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 true. And so if because with you guys, right? You also you guys also deal with the image management of artists, right?
Okay.
Um, with podcasting being the new thing, and then social media also being the new thing. Do you feel that there were certain adjustments that came in, and there were certain challenges or certain skills that I knew that you had to learn, and how were you able to achieve that?
Mm. Only challenges right now that I will say I accept to say that I've been having trouble at, and that I'm now
Yeah,
learning to figure out better is TikTok. Um,
yeah,
Pretty much all the other platforms I got down packed, like but TikTok, I have been having trouble, and now
yeah,
I'm like doubling down, making sure the same way I promote on Instagram has to be
yeah,
the same way I promote on TikTok. So um, that's just a learning curve. What I've been learning is all about like how you want to say your intro. So like sometimes, a lot of times in reels or post your intro, that first 5, 7 seconds has to be captivating, has to bring your audience in. Like
yeah,
so for example, I have a sponsored playlist. So let's say I had like a 30-second video and my first 5, 7 seconds would say like you want to get hold on, hold on. Way like saying you can get 10K streams from my playlist or something that will captivate the artist or whatever whoever I'm trying to sell to. I mean that 5, 7 seconds is important.
yeah,
That's what I'm learning with TikTok as well. Um,
yeah,
and TikTok is different with like times to post. Um,
mm,
but the flip side of that, they do give you, like your analytics and stuff like why this particular post or visual done good or why it's not doing good. So you just gotta be able to know uh what numbers you're looking at and how to use those numbers to succeed.
word, word, word. I feel what you're saying, and do you also with when it comes to with PR? how do you guys also navigate when it comes to contracts with artists?
Um,
Is it usually the same as artist management and
nah, I usually just uh I have to generally like what the artist stands for. So it's not always about the music.
yeah,
It has a lot to do with your drive, consistency,
mm,
your overall want to why you're wanted to be an artist. You know what I mean? Like, and then I have to generally like all my artists that I personally promote. I know their songs. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like, I have to actually like enjoy your music to the point where to my females, shout out to my females, I know their shit too. So I just have to generally love like what you're doing and see the consistency and the work that you already put behind it. Um, I'm not at that
mm,
stage like I was like 3 years ago where I would take a raw indie artist, somebody that's starting. But now, like, nah, I got kind of have to see like what you was doing a couple years. You know what I mean? See the consistency for me to want to personally promote you and put, you know, uh, whatever I'm going to put behind you.
yeah,
And that's the same thing with podcasts that I personally promote. Got to see, you know what I mean, the same consistency and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't
and
really.
and
I don't really look at like the paycheck and stuff like the money. That's the end of the day. The first of the day is the personal relationship, how you really
yeah,
are, how we are, how we interact, and how you treat your craft every day. Then
yeah,
comes the payment. You know what I mean? Or we worry about the money. Money's
yeah.
always at the end of the day.
True, true, true. And from your side, from your experience, right? Um, what do you think are the most common mistakes that independent artists make when it comes to them branding themselves as an artist?
Mm,
Do you think our
uh,
execution do you think our execution is at an excellent level, or what
oh,
is it that we
uh,
can?
um. Well, now that I know that you do it on StreamYard, right? Um,
Yeah,
you can add effects. I mean, you can add like backgrounds, personal backgrounds.
yeah,
You can do your intro. You can have an intro play before
yeah,
you start the live and an outro. You can have
yeah,
your sound effects in here. StreamYard's pretty lit. Like it's mobilized to have like a little bit of everything, a little bit of all features that you can do. So I would advise you like this to study it, you know what I mean? Like so your hip hop nation logo, you can have that in the background.
yeah. Word, word, word. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely try that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm almost
word.
certain
So
it's you would have to like upload it, then I think it would be under your banner or something. Yeah, something like that.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. And
I would say the most common mistake was just uh most artists come in it come in wanting to only do it by themselves and or are afraid to have people help them do it because they think that they can do it themselves and which you can do it yourself, but I'm not a fraction of that. And you won't hear me say I did it myself. Like me having partners in a label that I work with, my career when I set it aside when I first started, I said it's going to be a 5 to 10 year grind, right? But with the partners in my label that I work with, now that's just like a 3 to 5 year grind. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like, so it
yeah,
all depends on what you want, how you looking at it. But I think a
yeah,
lot of artists just come in seeing the independent aspect, but not understanding the grind that it takes to make money to be independent and stay independent. It takes grind and
yeah,
ethic, consistency.
yeah. Out of all the artists that maybe you admire, who do you think they brand themselves well, and you feel like, okay, this artist has like one of the best PRs or the best teams, and how
Oh,
would you?
besides, oh, okay, oh, okay. I shout her out, and I actually not let her know I shout her out in this interview. Maya Snow. So just female, but she's from Florida. Can't really
Yeah,
tell you like exactly what area of Florida, but bro, I've been watching her and her management and her
yeah,
team push her for the last 2 years. And
yeah,
she got the type of team where, and I seen a video where they was standing outside of a college dorm handing out flyers. Here,
yeah,
here, like they hit the ground and then smack you in the face with the promotion, and that's how I like. I come up from that
yeah,
era where when it was the ground team knocking on doors and shit,
yeah,
and that's how I think you get such a royal and committed community that supports your music and or
yeah.
anything that you do. So yeah, shout out to Maya Snow, bro. She's a talented female artist. If you want to check her out,
My Snow,
yeah, Mia Snow.
Snow.
Yeah,
I definitely check her out. But you mentioned something very interesting about how she actually hands her flyers to at a college, and um actually reaching out to younger people, right?
yeah.
Do you think there's still that this in your from your side, there's still that interaction of artists with the people at that level, or do you think that connection has been lost?
Mm,
And how do we
I kind of
how
think
do we
that I
regain?
kind of think that that connection been lost. Um, I, shout out to Stan. Like, he's one of the artists, also co-owner of the label I work with, and also one of the he's a
Yeah,
co-host on the channel Press on TV. But he does college stuff, right?
yeah,
But the last person I really seen it doing on a major level and that used that and that still uses that is J. Cole. Um,
yeah,
Now maybe there are artists that uses the college network, but it's not being presented in my face, or I'm not seeing it as much. So that's making me
yeah,
think that people are disconnected from it. But I really don't know. Now I
word,
do know young people push it, young people in every genre, no matter what the nationality is, young people push the goalpost. Period. So
true,
it's always a young person's game, no matter it's a young man's world. Period. You know what I mean? Like young people are
true,
always pushing the. You know what I mean? By the time we're
yeah,
50, things that we used to say yes to and agree to won't be being saying yes to and agree to. You know what I mean?
yeah, word, word. And from your side, what do you think are the principles that can help PR managers, or maybe any person that wants to be a PR manager? What do you think are the principles that can help them to be consistent and good at what they do?
Oh, vision board. So you can't really see it all, but like I'll have like
Yeah,
so I have my Mondays. What is that? Oh yeah, so I have my weekly promotion. So I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then I have like when I do my playlist promotions and shit. I have certain days I do that up there. All the podcasts I promote, artists I promote, and then on the other side, things I want to do, things that need to be done, and that it keeps me focused, especially the days that I don't feel like fucking working. This is such an area that I walk past all the time, so I have to see it. It's always a
yeah,
constant reminder. You know what I mean? Always keep that
true.
up there. Uh, And I mean, you have to actually uh, understand the core of yourself. Not a lot of people understand what makes them them. I'm a sympathize. I sympathize. So promotion and promoting other people, putting other people in a bigger light is exactly what co-aligns with me. So
Yeah,
make sure it co-aligns with who you are and what you are, and it's going to take some time. uh,
true.
Consistency and time.
Word, word. And I mean, as you mentioned earlier, like you said you've been trying to build relationships with
Mhm.
people within the industry. Um, how has that been like so far? And what do you think are the strategies that uh new kids that are trying to be PR managers should apply?
Well, if you're going to help somebody, help them. Don't expect money or ask or solicit. Um, close to 5 years. So, the people that I started promoting, I did it for free. I did it because I
Yeah,
I like their music and I understood that I have to build my brand. You know what I mean? It's all about building my brand, and it took me about 2 years to do that. To where analytics, statistics, logistics, and all that prove that now I can charge a penny respectfully.
yeah,
So uh, just do it just to help people, and then you got to build your brand. You got to figure out how to build your brand.
word, word, word. And from your side, who would you say have played that role of a mentor that you look up to that inspire you that inspires you to do the kind of work that you do?
I'm probably gonna say three people. Uh, so first, I'm gonna start with my coach, Coach K, Keisha J Vibes, Big Keish. Um, she's always enlightenment, and when it's you always feel better when somebody's rooting for you when you got somebody that like is in those bigger offices sticking up for you and hey, you don't know about this guy? You know what I mean? So yeah, big out shout out to Keisha. Second one would probably be Stan. Uh just watching like he is the epitome of like starting from the bottom now we here. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
grinding the independent, watching how he maneuvers the partnerships. Um, just watching his moves, like I've been studying bro for about 2.5 years. And the fact that, he saw something in me
yeah,
having no, prior credibility in that lane, but he saw
yeah,
something in me to, what I mean, lift me up and put me on the same level playing field. And that has allowed me to grow into, TGPR, having a sponsored TG playlist, you know what I mean? Being known in, Spotify offices and shit like that. Um, man, who would be the third? Because I did say three people. Shit, me. Like I inspire me, like my story inspires me, you know what I mean? Like coming up, I ain't go to school for none of this, like I just started this shit, like, you know what I mean? I just had to drive, I had the will. So, you know what I mean? Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it, bro. So yeah, those are my three, bro.
building relationships in terms of partnerships and sponsors. Have you ever maybe had those experiences where the partners that you're working with have a different direction of where they want to take things or different views? And how do you handle that? Um, how do you know it's beneficial for you and your artist?
All right, so we'll use I can use DC what this is podcast for example. So that is the
Mm,
podcast that I was personally promoting. I know DC for like close to 3 years, and he's one of the podcasts that he's always consistent. I think he dropped the show every Wednesday nonstop. So understanding what my label looks for, the consistency is probably the number one thing they're always looking for. So I'm thinking like, all right, so if DC is showing this consistency on my end and what I see, I'm sure my label will see the same thing. Um, so, uh, dang, I almost forgot the question. What was the question, bro?
yeah,
Because
I was saying like when it comes to you guys maybe working with partners, you know what I'm saying? Um, maybe whatever
how
that you
do
guys
you know?
proceed with,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
So,
like how you,
so for DC, more or less, we first signed them for a pilot. So if you don't know what a pilot is, or like a TV pilot or something like that, that's like 10 episodes
yeah,
pilot. So
yeah,
we just read, what I mean, the logistics every episode and seeing like if people were chiming in, um, the sponsors were kind of like looking, and then it went on from that for it to be 6 months. So I can say this and I can speak for him. With him coming up, with his podcast coming onto a different level and having a lot more eyes on it, right? Um, what I mean, DC has had to not change the show and not how it flows. It's more of making sure the show runs like an oil machine. You know what I mean? Making sure every mechanic is oil. You know what I mean? For example, start on time, end on time. Just having aware optic views, knowing what to say and how to say it. You know what I mean? So you guys got to make sure that partnership um, aligns with whatever you're trying to do. Because if it's not, more than likely I'm not offering it or trying to bring it to my artist or podcast. I hope I answered
sure.
that for you.
Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It totally makes sense to me. But with you, I mean, as you said, you have a vision board. You know what I'm saying? Where do you see yourselves? Maybe doing this in the next 5 years.
And well, 5 years, I wanted just to be able to just look at it and not be hands on. Whereas I'll have a team doing what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
everyday promotion,
yeah,
the networking. I want to be at where, I'm just looking at it. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of want to put a team on to run my, make my TGPR. You know what I mean? I would assume it, and I'm pretty sure my PR would be bigger. So I would have a team to do, you know what I mean? What I'm doing right now.
yeah,
Probably have a couple mixtapes in the bag, promoting my artists, maybe, yeah, probably. That does fit in my 5 years. So I actually want to curate a music festival. So that's still in my 5-year goal. So
yeah,
maybe I'll have couple music festivals under my belt. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And are you planning any music festivals this year, ending this year or beginning of next year?
Nah, I'm not. I'm where I'm at. I'm not. I would have to be in like a bigger city. You know what I mean? Like I
Hmm.
should be planning on moving sometime next year or within the next 2 years, and then I'll be in a bigger city. Um, it's not too far fetched, but it like trust me, it's a dream of mine, and it does co-align in my 5 years. So I just have to make certain transitions for that to be possible, and that means being in a bigger city. Like I want to move to Arizona area.
Right, right. And what is it that you particularly like about the Arizona?
Oh, that's where my son at, and it's hot.
Oh, okay.
Sun,
Yeah,
sun, sun,
yeah,
man. Sun, sun, sun is great. I don't care.
yeah. And so how are you able to manage that, with you doing PR and family on the side? Because I mean, uh what you do is not a regular job, you know what I'm saying? You could be busy at any time, and at times it might be demanding that even on weekends, um they're not around to see you. So how do you handle it?
Well, I make sure I take my days off, and that's usually Sundays. Like Sundays, I don't do. Oh no, 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 no! I lied. Mondays are my full days off. I have a full day off Monday, then 2 days out of the week I have a half a day, and I usually pick those days. I try to make sure I honor and respect that, and then you know, um, people I have surrounded around me understands that I am following my career, and it's not like they don't see the effort that I put in every second of the day. So, I mean, my career, my dream is believable to people around me because I make it believable, and the results show that it is and can be believable because I'm at it every day.
Yeah,
I don't really look at it like it, gets in the way too much. It will only get in the way if you let it. So that's why I always have my boundaries. Like Sundays, I don't do business at all. Like I won't have no meetings. I won't talk about no money. You know what I mean? Like if you hit me on the email, I'll just say hit me up Monday or I hit you up the next day. I won't. Sundays are just, what I mean? I just try to respect the things that I have in order. And as long as I'm doing that, then, I mean? My mental is pretty good every day. Enough for me to work every day.
right, right. That's what's up. That's what's up. So before you leave us, man, just let us know, man, your artists that we should look out for, for those who are gonna be watching.
All
And
right. So,
also mention your podcast as well.
oh, yeah, I was going to name everybody under the PR. Trust me.
Yeah.
So, so for the artists, we start with the females because I have four, and then I have six male. So four females I personally promote. Sky High, she's out
Right.
of Oklahoma, Oklahoma bred. You got Sally Sweets, Florida artist. Ari is from Pittsburgh, and you got Eternity. She's from New York, but she's in North Carolina right now. Then we'll switch to the males. You got Stan, pretty much West Coast all day, all up and down West Coast. You got Bari bands, Arizona artists, but also he be in Eugene, Oregon a lot. You got CMAD, pretty much Portland, Seattle, all day, every day. You got Mark Motion, who is a Canada artist, crazy young boy. He's nice. Mark Motion, Canada. Uh, Art Team, Upper Darby. Upper Darby area, Philadelphia area, PA. Who am I forgetting? Already Legends, Detroit, hip hop jazz. Then we got the podcast. You got, I start with alphabetical order to make it easier. Bombtastic podcast. She's out of Vancouver. You got Doom Generation. They're TV movies. They uh TV movies reviews. Mind Triggers podcast comedy. They're out in New Jersey. The Bougie Babe podcast. Um, I'll kind of say like sex talk comedy. She's out in New
Mm.
Jersey. You got the Katrina Johnson show. She talks about inspiration, self help, motivation. Um, you got Truth Be Told podcast. She does self help motivation. She's out of Texas. Keep going down
Mm.
the ladder. You got What the Shits podcast. He's out of Ohio.
I see that
Um,
regularly.
yeah, and you got Voice of the Fans Sports Cast, and they talk all sports. Those are some smart black brothers on VOS Sports Cast. And DJs, we got DJ Sean Swift, um, North Kakalaki, North Carolina. I, I think I got everybody, bro.
I yeah.
Make sure.
If anyone you left out, it's definitely gonna put it on my inbox and I'm gonna share it all the time.
I'm trying to make sure. Nah, I got
It's okay.
everybody.
Word, man. Machi, yo, man, I appreciate it, man, for letting me interview you.
Yeah, of course, bro.
I'm hoping, yeah, man, I'm hoping you're gonna bring the whole team next time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we have to make time for that as well.
Whenever you post it, just add me as a collaborator, bro. Make
Definitely,
sure everybody tap in.
definitely,
Yep.
for sure. I'll definitely do that. Yeah. Man, I appreciate what you're doing, man. I admire the stuff that you do. I'm hoping even I myself as a manager, I'd be able to reach that level as well.
Hey man, all it takes is consistency, bro, and the will to
Yeah,
do so. Yeah, man. Anytime, bro. Anytime you need me, man. I got you, man.
for sure, bro. I appreciate your support, bro.
Yeah, bro. Take care of yourself, man.
Peace, my brother. Yeah, guys. Just with the glue, man. That was the glue. Trey the glue. Yeah. Philadelphia representing there. So yeah, guys. Shout out to everyone that's been watching. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. Still got more coming. Hip Hop Nation TV. As usual, I never kiss and tell. Say gentleman never kisses and tell. I don't know where that statement comes from, I guess. But anyway, guys, yeah, man, for those that want to support us, it's PayPal, hopnation.tv at gmail.com. PayPal, hopnation.tv at gmail.com. Man, the more you guys support us, the more we are able to bring more content and the more we are able to contribute into the hip hop culture and everyone that has also contributed to the hip hop culture. So yeah, man, the more you help us guys, the more we are able to make things move. So yeah, appreciate guys your contributions and your support for Hip Hop Nation TV. I am, of course, the mighty Ecliptic. You can also check me on Instagram, Facebook. Yep, and you can check us Hip Hop Nation TV on Instagram and also Facebook. So yeah, much love, guys. On my side, I mean, it's already nighttime for my side. It's already the AMs, and for those who are the international side, it's quite like the evening already. But yeah, peace. Much love. I'm out.